Hello, everyone. My name is Rainey Ray, and I am a essential oil educator and enthusiast. Currently, Tom and I are in South Dakota, working the Sturgis Rally. He's a pinstriper, so I'm the roadie. Okay. Um, but I love coming in and educating here in our space so that we can all up level our health. Couple of announcements, just real quick. Convention is coming up next month, and it is uh, a wonderful time to learn about doTERRA. Whether or not you're building a doTERRA business, whether you want to get paid by doTERRA is irrelevant. There is information that that they make available to us at convention that you really can't get any other way. All of the research and development people and the medical people talk to us not only about our current products, but also about the newly released products. This year it's in Orlando. So I'm going to be there in person. I haven't been to a convention since 2019, but I always listen on the virtual. So you can get a virtual ticket so that you can hear the medical and research and development peeps, all the white coats talking to us about current products and especially the newly released products. They release products every year at convention. So without further ado, I want to talk to you about something that I'm pretty proud of, and that is that Tom and I have not been sick since 2017. Okay. That's what, 9 years. And, I had a slight brush with COVID. Within 18 hours, it was resolved because my immune system is so good and so is Tom's. We haven't had colds or flu or any of that kind of stuff. And I think there's a couple of takeaways that I want to share with you. Our routine has developed over the years. And as we learn more about the oils and the supplements and natural wellness, we have modified our routine. So I want to share with you how simple it can be to stay healthy. Okay. Um, like now, we are every summer, we're gone for a couple of months and we're working 14-hour days. And we're around the public from morning till night. And we do not get sick. Okay. The only way that we can stay strong is by keeping to our routine. So when we're out of town, things may vary a little. For example, when I'm taking my VMG, my foundational wellness, a key part of a strong immune system, I'm going to put it in a bottle of water, okay, in a plastic bottle. I don't normally do that at home. I put it in a glass container or whatever at home. But we're drinking bottled water here most of the time um, because we're out and about and we don't know the integrity of the water systems. So you do the best you can, okay? Um, but simply, you're going to focus on three things. That's it. Three things. All right. Your foundational wellness supplements, immune boosting, so oils and the supplements that help us boost our immune system, and restorative sleep. All right. We know that the immune system is housed, most of it in the gut. Okay. Gut health is another subject that we can talk about another day. Okay. But our foundational wellness addresses that also. Okay. Now, I know that routines can vary seasonally. Sometimes you want to up your game when we get toward cold and flu season, which is what we're approaching now. Back to school, cold and flu season, all of that. Okay. So let's talk about the base. All right. The base is foundational wellness. We have to support our bodies, feed our bodies what they need. in order to stay healthy. Our bodies want to heal themselves. Our bodies want to be healthy. All right. So, but we know that eating clean and all of that it's just not enough. Our food, unless you're lucky enough to be growing your own food, our food that we're getting because of the soil, because of the environment, all of that is not what our grandparents and great grandparents were eating. Okay. The nutritional value is lower. The enzymes are lower. Okay. So, how do we help ourselves? Either Lifelong Vitality, which is our capsule version. I'm on the road, so I don't have the bottles with me to show you. Okay. Or our VMG, vitamins, minerals, greens. Either way, you're doing the vitamins and minerals, you're doing the cellular support and all that, all in there, plus your omegas. Okay. I like the VMG. It's a once a day green drink. I pop that with our omegas, 3 a day of the omegas, and with our probiotics and with our enzymes. All right. If you're taking the capsule version, you're going to take it's a 3-part system. Lifelong Vitality is 3 different bottles, including the omegas, and you're going to take those twice a day. Okay, no big deal. Some people prefer capsules, some people prefer the green drink, whatever your preference. Either way, you're going to pair it with your probiotic. All right, I happen to love our PP Restore. I've tried a lot of probiotics. This is by far the best one. And our digestive enzyme, which is so good, Terrazyme. I actually give it to our dogs, okay, to Larry and Betty. So it just depends on what you need. You don't have to mega dose, okay? When you go to a health food store or to GNC or wherever you're getting your supplements, even when you're ordering them online, even when they're the doctor recommended ones, you're going to be doing mega doses of these vitamins and minerals because they're not bioavailable to your body. The way that the delivery system is, your body is not recognizing it like real food. Okay. Our Lifelong Vitality. Hey, Brandy, how are you? Our Lifelong Vitality and our VMG, your body recognizes it as real food so it can absorb the nutrients. So that's your base. Brandy, we're talking about boosting our immune and avoiding colds and flus as we turn into that season and all year round. Okay. So just giving a little backdrop. When we have our base, our foundational wellness base, then we go and we work on the targeted things. Okay. So some of the information that I didn't know before was how important it is to support your body, not only with vitamins and minerals, but also those probiotics and those digestive enzymes. So, other things for targeted solutions, whether they're supplements or oils, you're gonna pick and choose from as you want. All right. Brandy, are you using the Lifelong Vitality or the VMG? Unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I was. I don't have my stuff in yet. It won't be until Friday now because I had to
So
reorder.
Brandy's home burned down, so let's all say a little prayer for her. But she's getting new stuff in, and all her whole stash burned. Um, so yes, but which one were you using before?
Lifelong vitality.
Okay, so
The
the
green
capsule form.
green.
Okay,
Yep.
that's awesome.
Yep.
That is awesome. Here's Teresa hopping in. And so the capsule form, the Lifelong Vitality, includes your vitamins and minerals. It includes your cellular support, and it includes your omegas. Okay. And Teresa, I know you're probably in your car. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I just got home, so
Oh, you did. Welcome,
yes.
welcome. Okay, great. So we're talking about the foundation for supporting a strong immune system. And first of all,
Okay.
is our foundational wellness supplements. Which are you using, the Lifelong Vitality or the green drink, the VMG?
The VMG
Okay,
plus is what I
yeah,
do.
yeah, and you take it in the morning?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. All right, awesome. Yeah, it just is really important, and pairing that with our omegas, which we know is so important for brain, for cardio, for so many different things. And our digestive support with the probiotics and the Terrazyme. Now we've got a strong base because we know our immune system is primarily in the gut. All right.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and that was kind of hard for me to wrap my head around at first. Okay. I mean, I thought it would be more in the heart and things like that, but it's in the gut, right?
And then the nutrients, and when you think about it, whenever we eat anything it goes in our stomach and then through our intestines. And if it can't absorb the nutrients, then, it's not doing us any good.
Brilliant. And that's why I was saying before you hopped on that when you go to get, and all of us have been through this, your supplements at a GNC or a good health food store or whatever, or Costco or Sam's, you're taking these mega doses. And if you look on the doTERRA supplements, the dosing is quite a bit lower because
Mhm.
it's being absorbed and used by your body rather than expensive pee, right?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know, so let's talk about what our routines are for the targeted solution of immune boosting. Once we have that foundation, once we're feeding our body what it needs, um, I really look to our On Guard products.
Mm, yeah.
Um, and I look to those. I want to talk about, the On Guard is, I love the oil, okay?
Mhm.
And I love the way it smells like cinnamon, and it just is amazing to me. Cinnamon and clove, and it almost smells Christmassy. All right. I love it in tea. I love it in so many things, okay? But we also, and I don't have it with me, have a kids version that's called Stronger. So
Oh,
the kids may not like this smell.
okay.
Okay, it's pretty strong. So Stronger is a blend of oils that are also very effective for killing cooties. Let's call it what it is. Supporting your immune and killing cooties. And Stronger, which has cedar wood, linseed, frankincense, and rose in it. The kids like the smell better. All right. So that's why it's in there. So let's talk about what our routines are to stay healthy. All right. So Brandy or Teresa, who wants to start?
I've been taking the vitamins and then I use On Guard to clean with.
Great.
Uh,
Great.
Yeah.
And
So
that and so in taking the what we were referring to as the vitamins, the lifelong vitality, those are super powered with our essential oils in them. That's what makes them so
yeah.
unique also. Okay. So
Yeah.
Teresa, share with us your immune boosting routine that you do each day.
Okay. So I take my VMG plus, the green drink, every morning. That's the first thing I do when I get up in the morning is I make that. I do my omegas, and I do the bone supplement. And then the bone supplement, I break that up throughout the day. And that's what I like about that portion of it is because I have that um, opportunity. I can do that. The same thing with the omegas. I can take them all at once. I prefer personally to spread them out so
Great.
that my body is absorbing a little at a time. So that's what I do in the morning. And then On Guard is probably my go-to. Um, and I always make sure that I have On Guard on hand, and I use it cleaning, um, throughout the house. I put it in my vacuum whenever I'm vacuuming because I like the aroma. So yes, those are my favorite smells, the cinnamon type of odors. But I also keep the On Guard are they cough drops? I have to look.
Yeah, the
And
lozenges,
the
yeah, and then
lozenges,
there's the chewable.
yes. And the chewables, which I have to reorder, but they also have zinc, correct? Is that not
Yeah,
correct?
yep,
And
yep.
especially in the fall, so it's that time of year where I want to get those ordered and keep those on hand because I also like to take those if I feel anything at all coming on, if I think, or if I think I've been exposed to something,
That's
um,
brilliant. That's
then I
brilliant. I
like to
love
grab
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and the lozenges are really good for that too.
Yes.
But with the zinc and the chewables, that gives you that burst of what we now know supports your body in killing off stuff, you
Right.
know. So that's cool. I'm with you. I mean, I think I like doing my green drink in the morning. I take all of my omegas at once only because I find that if it's easier for me to do one shot. Okay. But then what I do, and on the road, I only have two of the rollers here. The other ones are in Tom's work trailer. So I like to roll stuff on the bottom of our feet every day. Okay. Now you can just take On Guard and, you know, take some on your finger, put it on the bottom of your feet, just neat out of the bottle. Your feet are tough. Okay. Or you can use, and I always have the On Guard roller with. And remember, when you buy these, you can also refill them 20 drops of On Guard, 25 drops of On Guard, and then top it off with coconut oil. But I like the other more targeted rollers. So this one here I call Immune Roller,
Okay.
and this one here is ID. All right. Now, there's another roller that's down in Tom's trailer, another couple of rollers. One is our flute roller. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. And
yeah,
I was going to say that. And flute, I was going to ask you about that because I always, if I feel, because I've had sinus issues. So if I feel that, I was having to go through that spell
right,
where if I felt like I was getting a sinus infection, I would start doing flute shots.
right,
But what about a flute roller?
right. That's
Wouldn't that?
one of, yes. Well,
Okay.
that's one of our rotate rollers that we rotate. So for those who are newer, and Brandy, I don't know if you know this or not yet, flute, FLOOT. All right. Frankincense.
Frankincense, lavender, On Guard.
Wait, time out. Frankincense, lemon.
Oh, lemon.
Okay.
Okay.
Lavender's great, but that's not the L here. Okay, frankincense, lemon, then O,
On Guard.
the other O,
Oregano.
bingo, and then the
Yeah.
T,
Tea tree.
yay. Now, when we were going through all the stuff happening in 2020, we added another T on, and that
Time.
was time, yeah. Because we know
Time.
that thymol, which is a chemical constituent of our of thyme oil, kills COVID. Okay, so I like to recommend people put anywhere from 10 to 20 drops each in a regular 10 mil roller. And we like these that are from doTERRA because of this roller ball assembly. So when you're done rolling, it goes back in any excess. Some of them are more angled like a volcano and it comes down the side more. Now, is there going to be some excess on the outside? Of course, nothing's perfect, but these really don't leak. So that's our flute roller. Okay. And roll it on the bottom of your feet, rub your feet together, bottoms like a little kid. All right. Brandy, go ahead.
So was it Tuesday? I messaged you and I sent you the picture of everything I had in the hotel that I got. Let me tell you, I did that. We did that morning. I did it on Josh, and we felt good by that afternoon.
Right, exactly. So Brandy had some other oils after her house burning down. She had some oils with her when because they were, thank God, traveling. and not in the house. So when it burned. So she gave me a list of those oils, and they were all good for boosting immune, for killing stuff. Because remember, when you look in the Essential Life book, okay, there's a lot of oils that are good for being antibacterial, antiviral, all of that. So, yep, there you go. Yay.
I saved it. I had it in my Jeep because I was looking at it
Yay.
that
Yay.
Saturday.
All right. So, I want to talk to you about the second roller, which is the killer roller. Okay. This roller Tom has down in the doodah in the trailer. This was developed by my friend Lisa Zimmer when she was traveling through Asia. And she did, and spending a lot of time in Japan. She not that there have any more germs or anything than us, but she just did not want to risk being sick on such an important big trip, right? So she created a roller that is 20 drops each of thyme, oregano, arbor vitae, and melissa. So it's the killer roller. All right. So that roller is going to really kill stuff that you may be exposed to. Okay, so that's another one that we rotate. The other one is what we call the peace of mind roller. And that one, I also sometimes call it just the immune roller. This one we developed in 2020 with all that was going on. And that's 15 drops each of tea tree, clove, oregano, thyme, then 10 drops of black pepper and arbor vitae. And I'll post this in our private group. If you're watching this on YouTube, reach out to me and I'll give you the recipe. Okay. So 15 drops of each, top it up with coconut oil. Boom, that's another one that we rotate. Okay. The last one that we rotate is the ID. ID. Now, this comes from Boyd Truman's Symphony of the Cells. This combination of oils, he developed a bunch of different protocols for different things that are going on. These are for the infectious disease, meaning ID, infectious disease. And they are intended to be put on the spine, okay, just like our Aroma Touch treatment is intended for the spine. But we just want to get these oils in us or on us. Okay, let's just do what's efficient. And so I totally recommend not only having the Essential Life book, but getting the Symphony of Cells book. There are so many different wonderful protocols from cardio to cancer to digestive, all in there. Okay. So the ID roller is 10 drops each of frankincense. So for a 10 ml bottle, and those who know me know I have some made at home in a 15 ml bottle. But for the 10 ml bottle, I put 10 drops each of frankincense, oregano, thyme, On Guard, Aroma Touch, lemongrass, tea tree, melissa or arbor vitae, and peppermint. Okay. Top it off with coconut oil, apply it on the bottom of your feet, same way. Rub your feet together, get on with your day. All right. The other thing that I think is really vital to understand is, are you guys familiar with our On Guard Plus soft gels?
Yes.
Okay. So, these are really special, because they not only have the On Guard blend, but they also have in here melissa, black pepper, and oregano. All right,
Oh,
those are things that are not in our normal On Guard blend. Now, can you throw it together and make it? Absolutely. I prefer easy. I like the easy button. Okay. So Tom and I take one of these every day. All right. People say, well, you don't really need to, you can take it when you feel something coming on. I like to do it preventatively. I like to be proactive about my health. Now, if we think we've been exposed to something, we take another. all right? And then jump off into that protocol. Just like if if Tom or I think we've been exposed to something, we'll take 4 drops of On Guard in a half cup of water, gargle and swallow. And then jump to what Teresa said, which is the flute, right?
Right.
And doing that every 20 minutes for the first hour and as your loading dose. So no reason to ever get sick. The nice thing is if you do pick up something, you have the tools in your toolbox to kill it, and your immune system is boosted up so that you would have less effect from that virus or bacteria. And
Right.
it's shorter lived, yeah. Anything else you guys want to add on immunity? And then I want to talk about sleep for a moment. Okay, so sleep is important for immunity. Sleep is important for staying healthy. Sleep is important for our brains. Sleep is important for, before I get in there to sleep, the Essential Life book has sections. Beside having quick reference and something about every single oil, they have sections. So there's a whole section on immunity and lymphatic. Okay. And in there are wonderful recipes. So you can kind of, read, make your own. All of us are different. But it's also got a big section on sleep. Okay. So I think restorative sleep is vital. Okay. No questions asked for keeping our bodies healthy, for anti-aging, for our brains. That's when our brain really, has the most beneficial things happening, whether it's consolidating memories, enhancing our learning, all that, and our cognitive function. But I really think that I always fell asleep easily as a kid. I'd fall asleep on the school bus. But I really think that the oils have made it so that I sleep so much better. So I want to talk about sleep and what our routines are. What is your guys' pre-bed, pre-sleep routine?
Mine is,
Yeah.
mine is, so Rainey, as you know, I've retired 3 years. It took me a little bit to get into a good sleep pattern because my work life, I'm a retired nurse. So I worked evening shift, and I could flip and go in day shift. So it was challenging getting
I'd
a,
say.
to say the least, in getting a good sleep routine. But what I have found, and I just love this, is I use, I have a spray bottle. One of the things that I love doing is I do have my diffuser in the bedroom, which I use Serenity, or excuse me, I use Breathe. I put
Okay.
Breathe in and
Okay.
a little bit of Serenity. But I
Awesome.
also took a spray bottle and I just took water, but I added my Breathe, Serenity, and a couple of drops of lavender.
Oh,
Um, just a little, just 2 drops. And I spray every night before I go to bed. This is a very fine mist. It's one of the doTERRA spray bottles, one of the
yep.
little ones.
Yep. The
And
one
I
ounce.
just,
Yeah.
yes, the 1 ounce. I just spray my pillowcase and I spray the sheets a little bit.
Awesome.
And I just love that fresh aroma. And that really helps to calm and relax me because a lot of times when I get into bed, my brain just starts racing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
And that you're so on point with that because that's, I may be tired, but my brain's still going.
that's it, exactly. Oh, and one more thing. So this month, when I sent in my order, I just needed a couple of dollars to get it up to, I think it was the free shipping.
Uh-huh.
Or I think it was, we're the shipping was marked down, but I was still going to have to pay a little bit. So
Right,
I'm looking through there and I'm like, okay, what can I get? I saw a Serenity bar soap. And so I'm like, oh, so I bought it. I was going to try it. One, it didn't cost that much because once
right,
you subtract what I was going to pay for the shipping.
right.
Um, so anyways, but I'm really excited to add that to my routine.
That's awesome. And I can't wait for you to report back in because that's a product I've never used. So, but before we get to you, Brandy, I want to explain something for people who may be
Rainey, you're
listening.
on mute. I can't hear you.
Ah,
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. So, but yeah, that was weird. Because I
Yeah.
was, yeah, cool.
Oh,
Um, so for people who are new or don't know or who are listening to this, what Teresa was referring to is most of us in doTERRA do a monthly order. We're on the loyalty reward program. And the reason we're on that program is the benefits are amazing and we get points back to spend as money. So even though we're getting a wholesale price, we get 10 to 30% back in points on everything we spend. And then that makes it even lower off of retail when
right.
you do your net, okay? Plus, what Teresa's talking about is if you have a 50-point order, everything has a point assigned to it, no big deal. Then you get your rewards. If you have a 100-point order, you get free shipping, okay? 50-point order, you get half shipping. And then a 125 order, you get one of our top oils every month. And this month it's On Guard.
Yeah.
So we're getting free On Guard this month, which is really, really cool. So if you're not on the loyalty program, no matter who you are listening, give it a test drive. If you have questions, just reach out and I'll help you out with that. All right. So Brandy, tell us what your sleep routine is.
I would use the diffuser with Serenity and Breathe. And then I just made me a roller of Serenity and the coconut oil and put it behind my ear and my wrist.
Lovely.
Oh,
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Serenity is our restful blend. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that having a routine, just like the pro athletes or any athlete, when I go play golf, when I play tennis, I don't, I'm not good at baseball, but when my daughter, who's a great softball player, would go up to bat, okay, there's a routine that that everybody does, and it's different, okay, before they're going to take that free throw or shoot that putt, okay, and because that's how our brains work
mhm.
that when we have a routine, then it's like muscle memory, brain memory, then we actually can do it easier. Our body falls into it easier. So sleep routine. I'm like you guys, I start my diffuser, okay? And my diffuser always has in it adaptive, serenity, and breathe. Adaptive to shut my mind off, like Teresa's
Mm.
spray, okay? Um, serenity to help relax, and breathe to open airways to get better sleep. Okay. And to stop Tom snoring. Right.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah. Yep. It
Josh
stops
is
the
like,
snoring.
no.
All right. So yeah. But then before I go to bed, if I'm having a day where I think that I need a little extra, we all have those days where it's just like, my mind's going or I've got so many irons in the fire. Then what I'll do is I'll take 2 Serenity and 2 Copaiba soft gels. All right. So Serenity the oil is not intended for internal use, but the Serenity soft gels are amazing. And when you combine them with the Copaiba soft gels, let me see if I can get the labels right, then they really knock you out. Okay. And sometimes I just need that knockout. The rollers, like you guys were talking about, are sleep and calming rollers, simply serenity and balance, right? So easy. The Serenity sleep system has now a Serenity stick, which I forgot to grab, and I love it. the Serenity stick has, what is the name of it? Shoot, a valerian. It has valerian in it.
Valerian root. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, which actually up levels the normal
Yes.
Serenity. Okay, and it's like a deodorant stick. It's just about yay tall. I keep it by my bedside, which is where it is now. And if I'm having trouble falling asleep, I just roll a little of that on the bottom of my feet and pulse points or reach on my spine, and it's delightful. The Serenity soft gels also have tart cherry in them. And I'll read, tart cherry can support your body's melatonin production.
Mhm.
Okay. So when you combine the oil in your diffuser or on your feet like Brandy does, or on your behind your ears, the Serenity stick with the valerian on your feet and pulse points, and the Serenity, so the soft gels and the stick with the oil, you've got a whole entire system where they've done studies, and the sleep quality is up leveled on those participants in the studies. So it's really kind of cool. So, but I've also found with people that if you want to add something to your roller, like Brandy's Serenity roller or our Serenity and Balance roller, grab vetiver. Have you guys ever used vetiver?
No.
All right, let me read you about vetiver. Vetiver is like a total knockout. All right, it is very sedative. All right, so vetiver is steam distilled from the roots, and I'm reading from the
Essential
Essential
Life.
Life book. Okay, so it's great for ADD, ADHD, lack of focus and concentration, learning difficulties, insomnia and irritability, nerve issues, numbness, everything from PTSD to depression to anxiety, shock, all of that. And it's also good for your skin. All right. So stretch marks, very anti-aging, discoloration, things like that. I really, like it. It helps people who have issues like anorexia and things like that. So better, yeah, it's really interesting.
And
The,
then you said is it vetiver with a V?
yeah, V is in Victor, E-T-I, V is in Victor, E-R.
Okay, thank you.
Vetiver. Now,
Vetiver.
I will tell you a story. When I got my first bottle of vetiver years ago, you go to pour it into something out of the bottle top, and the bottle tops all have the reducers, right? Whether it's the original kind or a new kind, right?
Mhm.
And I'm holding this thing upside down, and I'm holding it, and I'm holding it, and I'm holding it, and nothing is coming out. I got a little wetness on the reducer, but I mean, nothing. So I called customer service, and isn't it great? Our customer service is amazing, right? I called customer service and I said, there's something wrong with my vetiver. It won't come out of the bottle. And the woman broke protocol and was laughing with me, not at me. She said, oh my God, I've gotten so many calls like this because it's so viscous. It's so thick. All right. So many people, and we sell a roller with vetiver that's got coconut oil. I use a dropper top on my vetiver, so I'm able to get it out. So when you get vetiver, don't do what I did and think your vetiver is broken, okay? But yeah, that's really good. Anything else that you would add in? There's Calmer also, the kids collection that I brought with,
Oh.
because it's just so useful. All right. So the kids collection Calmer has in it lavender, cananga. It's got Buddha wood in it, and it has Roman chamomile.
Mhm.
I mean, it's really just very lovely. So the kids collection is not just for kids. by the way. All right. I love to use this on dogs too for calming. Anything else that you guys think about when it comes to nighttime routine and getting sleep and why and how, or waking up in the middle of the night? What do you do?
I don't know. I went and bought a cheap diffuser till my new one gets here Friday
Good.
because I had my samples of Serenity in my bag,
Oh, perfect.
my travel bag.
Good.
So I got it in the kitchen area in their new fifth wheel or new toy hauler, so it gets the whole house.
Great. Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That is brilliant.
So,
Yeah, and it's so calming and relaxing, isn't it?
mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So,
yeah.
Teresa, if you wake up in the middle of the night, what do you do besides saying, "Oh, crud"?
I do keep rollers next to on my nightstand next to the bed if I need them.
Okay.
I haven't used them a lot at night.
Uh-huh.
But on those, you do have occasionally, I will have those nights where, I wake up and just cannot go back to sleep.
Right.
And then
Right.
that's where I go to the rollers.
That's brilliant. Yeah, here it's so dry. I've been drinking a lot of water and electrolytes. Our recharges in there. And I find that I get up in the middle of the night more to go to the bathroom here.
Mhm.
And then sometimes it's quite noisy because remember, we're at a big motorcycle rally. So there's a lot of noise on the road. And I just, whether I did it earlier or not, I'll just pop a couple Serenity or Serenity and Copaiba. And within 15 minutes, I'm back in a deep sleep. So yeah, that really, really helps. So immunity, let's stay strong. Don't be sick. All right. People I talk to say, oh, even if they have doTERRA, they'll say, oh my God, I have this terrible cold. And I'm like, you don't need to have that happen. Okay. So do what Teresa does. Immediately use your on guard and up level it to your flute. Call me or the person that helped you get your account. That's really, really, if you need other ideas, look in your essential life book. It's got a whole section on killing crud
Huh.
and keeping our immune strong. Brandy, was there something you were going to say?
No, I just remember.
Oh, good. Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
just
Frank.
remember I had that.
Good. Yeah, awesome. Cool.
And
All
that's
right. Well, guys, this has been very helpful for people. I really appreciate it. And I
You're
want
welcome.
everybody to have a wonderful, wonderful week. We may eventually be home. Who knows? Yeah, but we've got a good group, and if people have any questions or things, post them in our group. If you're not part of our group, reach out and we'll take care of you. No big deal. All
Teresa, are
right.
you going to a conference?
Yes, oh yeah, yeah. Conference I already talked about convention. It is not
Yeah.
until mid-September, and I know you're gonna go, Brandy, which
Mhm.
is very exciting. So
oh,
we'll have a really
wonderful.
good time. And
Yes.
otherwise, I was telling people, get the virtual ticket. Then you're spoon-fed from the
Oh,
medical people and the R&D people at doTERRA, and it's really, really very helpful. Whether you want to ever do the business or not, it doesn't matter. It's knowledge, it's empowerment, it's taking
Mhm.
care of ourselves and being the
right,
health provider in our home. That's
right.
what we really, yeah, right? All right.
Exactly. Yes.
Yep, exactly.
Cool.
Thank you guys. I love
Thank you.
everybody and
Me too.
have a great week.
I will.
All right,
See ya.
take good care.
Bye.